In the next couple of lessons, I want to show you two things. First, I want to show you how to install third-party modules and packages that don't come bundled with the Anaconda distribution that we're running. But more importantly, I want to show you a data visualization technique for giving prominence to words that appear more frequently in a piece of text, namely the word cloud. A word cloud, or a tag cloud, as it is also called, looks like this. The idea behind a word cloud is that the words that are larger appear more frequently than those that are smaller. Here, I've used the Wikipedia article on machine learning to generate this particular word cloud. Notice how the larger tags catch your attention. You'll probably find that you're not actually reading all the words in this visualization at all. Instead, people just tend to scan these word clouds. So why use this technique? It's not scientific and it's not accurate. True, but more often than not, you need to grab people's attention. And a word cloud can do this rather well. It's a little bit of a novel visualization, it's a bit creative, and it communicates the relative importance of the words in the dataset very quickly. After all, it's pretty easy to see that a word that's twice the size of another word is probably twice as important, and in our case, it appears twice as often. Speaking of grabbing people's attention, you can get even more creative with a word cloud by applying a mask to the image. Here, I've used a circle as a mask, but you could use another image instead. For example, would you like to venture a guess as to what data I've used to create this word cloud in the shape of a whale? I actually used Herman Melville's novel, Moby Dick. And here, I've used the data from our spam emails. And here, I've used Shakespeare's play, Hamlet. Coming up, I'll be showing you how to create all of these three visualizations. That way, you can apply this technique to your future projects. I've seen a lot of people use word clouds on reports and presentations that, say, contain customer feedback or metadata like tags or SEO keywords that will help you rank on Google, or really any situation where you quickly need to show how people feel about your product or your business. These are the kind of applications where word clouds really shine. Alright, so how do we create a word cloud in Python? Because we're not going to do it from scratch. We will use an existing Python package. Now, the fantastic thing about the Anaconda distribution is that it comes bundled with lots and lots of different packages straight out of the box. These included NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and many others that we've already used. However, the Python ecosystem is actually huge, and you'll often find that you'll want to make use of a package that's not installed by default. In that case, you'll need to know how to download and install a custom package to add to your collection. For that, you'll be using the terminal if you're running a Mac, or the Anaconda prompt on Windows. Both of these kind of look like this, and this is where you can execute many different types of commands. The command that we'll be looking at in detail is called conda install. And the easiest way to install a package is just to type conda install followed by the package name. However, this won't always work, and it actually won't work in the case of our word cloud package. And the reason is that we also have to specify something called a channel. A channel is the location where conda will look for the package. If you just write conda install and then the package name, then conda will search in the default location, which may or may not contain the package that you're looking for. If you need to specify a particular channel where you know that the package exists, then all you have to do is follow conda install with -c and then the channel name. This syntax, the -c, works just like you're supplying an argument to a Python function. In our case, the word cloud package is located in a channel called conda forge, and therefore the code that we will be typing into our prompt will read conda install -c conda-forge word cloud. Let me quickly show you how to do this on Mac, and then I'll show you what you'll see on a Windows machine. To see the existing packages that are already installed, fire up your Anaconda Navigator and then click on Environments. There, you can search for the existing packages that are already installed on your computer. The package that we're looking for is called Word Cloud, all in one word. Now, since I can't find it, I'm going to open my terminal. There, I'm going to type conda install Word Cloud. But just as we've discussed earlier, for the Word Cloud package, we actually need to specify a channel. We need to specify a location because it's not found in the default location where conda is looking. Instead, we need to type conda install -c conda-forge word cloud. And if you don't make any typos, then you should see your computer starting to do some work. Prior to going ahead with the installation, you may have to confirm that you actually want to do this, and then you have to type Y for yes to proceed. At this point, a download will start. And once the download is finished, you'll see something like preparing transaction, verifying transaction, executing transaction, done, 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 and then you're good to go. Once you see these messages, I encourage you to fire up Finder, go to the Anaconda folder, then go to the Packages folder, and then find the Word Cloud subfolder there. This is the package that you've just installed. Back in the Anaconda Navigator, you can now type in Word Cloud into the search bar and it should pop up. Mind you, I actually had to restart my Anaconda Navigator for it to pick this up. And that pretty much concludes the setup for Mac. On Windows, the story is pretty much the same. If you fire up the Anaconda Navigator and search for Word Cloud, it doesn't appear. To bring up the Anaconda prompt, all you need to do is click on that little play symbol and then say Open Terminal. This will fire up the Anaconda prompt where you can type in conda install -c conda-forge word cloud. Now, depending on the speed of your machine, this might take a little while, but you can't go away and grab a coffee just yet because once again, you need to type in Y to confirm and proceed. After you've done that, a download will start, and I'm actually fast forwarding my video here because this took a little bit longer on this machine. But at the end, you'll see the very same messages that we saw on Mac. Preparing transaction, verifying transaction, executing transaction, done, 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 and that's it. If you'd like to see where these packages were actually installed on your computer, go to your user directory, so mine's called p.d, under users, but yours will have your own name, of course. Then open Anaconda 3, then go to the packages folder, and there, if you scroll further down, you should see the Word Cloud package, along with the others that start with W. Back in the Anaconda Navigator, you won't necessarily find the Word Cloud package listed already. You might have to actually quit and restart this thing, because only then does it seem to pick it up. Now, you're pretty much all set to install any package you come across in the future. All you need to do, after all, is type conda install, then the channel where the package is located, and then the package name. And that's it. In the next lesson, it's time to write some Python code and actually create these word clouds. So I hope you're looking forward to that as much as I am. I'll see you there.